Real Life Trading Nation.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Jonny Guarco from Real Life Trading. And boy, do I have a great treat for you today. We are going to interview Leland Warren, directly back from Afghanistan, veteran from the United States Air Force. And I am so excited to talk to him today. Leland, man, how you doing, brother?
I'm good. How are you?
All good, all good. I'm excited to have you. Thank you very much for being here. And I'm just waiting so anxiously to hear your story. You mind starting off and telling everybody just a little bit about yourself, your history, the time you spent in the military? Over to you, bro.
Sure. Grew up in a small town in Arizona. Joined the Air Force at 25. I was a correctional officer before that. Decided I didn't really like it, but third, fourth generation military, so it was time. Got out of the Air Force after 4 years, got my degree in computers, started a computer business, started a motorcycle business for a little while, and then decided I wanted to serve again. I wanted to get back into it really bad.
Right.
So I applied for a position flying drones overseas.
Cool.
And that worked out really good. I've been doing it for 12 years.
Wow. As a contractor?
Contractor supporting U.S. Navy SEALs, a lot of ODA teams, stuff like that. When they go out, when they go out, we're overhead watch for them.
Right. Where have you served?
Well, Iraq for 3 years, Mosul, Q West, then Afghanistan for about 8 years, and then I had a little stint where I was on the Syrian border, Jordan-Syrian border. I did that for about 8 months, just watching over the Russians.
Man. Thank you so much for your service, man. All the things that you've done for your country. That's awesome. Hey, man, you got to tell me what's the deal about the flag behind you? I'm curious.
So the flag, my wife had it framed for me because I took it to my first deployment in Iraq, flew it over our site. I think it actually flew over Mosul and Q West, then took it to Afghanistan. It did the Helmand province, Ghazni in the mountains, a couple other places. And then one of my friends who's a SEAL took it out on mission, brought it back. And then it's been a special flag to me, flown over all the places I've been, and my wife had it framed for me, so.
Dude, man, Goosebump City. That is awesome. Love it. So pretty colorful past and career that you've had. I mean, you spent time in the Air Force, got out, and you're your own entrepreneur. You started a couple businesses, checked that, going back into the military. That didn't work out for you, but, went into the contracting world, flying UAVs and still serving your country. So what made you get interested in trading stocks? I'm really interested to hear this.
So, like you said, entrepreneurial background. I actually have an MBA with entrepreneurial studies as my focus. I was looking for another business, honestly. I had traded some penny stocks back in actually the end of my military career. And that was one of those that just throw it all in and see what happens. Well, it went to zero, of course. And I sat on it for 8 years before it came back to where it was worth anything.
How many times have I heard this story?
So many times. All of my friends did it, all of it. Yeah, it's so many people have done it. But I was looking for another business, and I was on Facebook one day, and one of the mentors for Real Life Trading, Tony Pawak, was doing an interview with Jerremy. His brother-in-law posted it on Facebook. Well, I went to high school with his brother-in-law.
Okay.
Yeah, so I called him up and I said, hey, do you mind if I call your brother-in-law Tony and talk to him about this real life? Well, actually, it wasn't even real life trading at the time. Tony was doing it on his own.
Okay.
But it was a real life trading interview. So I said, this Tony guy, your brother-in-law, what's he all about? And he said, well, he's a pretty cool guy. He'll answer the phone. So I called Tony, talked to Tony for about 10 minutes and was hooked. And this was when Tony was just transitioning to being a real life trading mentor. He said, hey, why don't you go check out RLT? And I was like,
right.
okay. Looked it over. I was sold. So yeah, it was kind of just this weird accident where I had been investing in my 401k and a bunch of other stocks. I was giving a financial advisor which stocks I wanted to get into, but I still didn't really know what I was doing at all. Thankfully, I saw that interview, thought this Jerremy guy seemed like a pretty cool dude. So I'll look into it. And yeah, I was totally hooked.
So did you go to the RLT website, or after you saw that?
I was doing a coaching session with Tony, and he said, hey, by the way, I'm moving over to RLT to be a coach. Why don't you
wow.
He goes, why don't you check them out? And so we got off the Zoom meeting, and I went on my computer and Googled it and started reading the site. And then I noticed all the free courses. I'm like, this guy's giving away this knowledge? What's the catch, of course. And I started doing the free courses, and right away signed up for everything I could get my hands on.
Yeah.
Super beneficial.
So was there a catch about all those free classes?
The only catch was you had to spend your time.
Right on.
That's it. That's the only thing I noticed was you had to invest in it. There were no miraculous secrets to driving a Lamborghini like everybody else promises. You had to put in the work as well.
Right. Time is a precious resource, right?
Yep.
So, even though unbelievable education like this is for free and it's mind-boggling, you have to invest in yourself and put in your time, and it's going to turn out to be what you put into it, right?
For sure. And at that time I was home from a deployment, and those months are precious to me. Like I got to spend time with the family that I don't see half the year, but everyone was on board. I mean, and my daughter was in there watching the trainings, and she was getting ideas. So it turned out to be a pretty cool experience.
Great. So Leland, Real Life Trading is going to start a military focused program here soon. Do you think that while you were in the military, either while you were on active duty or while you were in Afghanistan and the other places that you're at, do you feel like you could trade while you're in the military, while you're spending time protecting your country, serving your country? You feel like there's enough time in military folks' day and vets even, right? To be able to trade stocks and options?
Well, the awesome thing about a military background or being a vet is you're disciplined. You have that discipline. You can carve out any amount of time during the day you want. I for sure would have done the swing trading room in the Air Force because my job was 7 to 3. It would have worked out perfectly had I had that opportunity. But for sure, with technology the way it is today, when I first started deploying, internet was, you might as well have heard that dial-up tone when you started. But
yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, horrible. But this last deployment, I traded every day just fine. It was great. I mean, never had to worry. But
okay, sounds good.
Definitely possible. Just have to have the discipline.
So there's enough room in their battle rhythm to trade stocks and options, what you're saying. But even as such, everything that we do pretty much is recorded. So when they do have time, they can go back and look at those recordings, right?
Oh, of course. The swing trading room for me, in Afghanistan was, I want to say 3:30 in the morning. So wow. I always got up the next day, hit play and watched the training. So yeah, it was definitely beneficial. I was so glad I had it, and it's definitely doable.
Awesome. So what advice do you have for military service members that they get bonuses, right? I mean, we know that people get some big bonuses for re-enlistment. They get bonuses for being deployed. They get, money incentives for being overseas in areas of operation of ours. So all that money that they're getting, besides their regular paycheck, right? And let's not forget that when they're deployed like that they're getting it all tax-free. Mm-hmm. So what advice, what are your thoughts? What do you think they should do with that money that they're getting on top of their regular paycheck?
Well, the first thing they shouldn't do is go buy a new car. I mean, I know that's
You didn't do that, did you?
no, I did not do that. A lot of my friends did that, and it's funny how all the used car dealerships are right outside the gate of military bases. But there's a
Yeah,
reason.
really. Exactly.
But I mean, when you get a bonus, I feel it's appropriate to give yourself something, but you know, get yourself something little and then invest the rest. And I mean, sign up for RLT and get in that swing trading room, because I know if you're busy and you got work during the day, how hard would it be to take that bonus, put it in some swings, buy some options, sell some options, and turn that $30,000 bonus into 35 or 40 within just a few months?
Right, right. So you're saying take that money, which is basically, it's not free money, right? They're serving their country. They're going into very dangerous areas. They're getting those monies to re-enlist because their capabilities are needed in the military. So it's an incentive to stay in. But you can basically take that money and turn it into a machine that is making money. And then you take the money that money is making, and then you can go out and buy whatever you want. And you're still going to have that $30,000, $40,000 or whatever you're getting to keep that in your stock account, right?
Yeah, just invest in yourself. I mean, get a mentorship program, sign up for some classes, do those things that are going to make you money in the future as opposed to making you happy now.
Love it, love it, love it. So what are your future goals? What are you looking to do here in the near future?
Well, I really like to trade full time.
Mm-hmm.
After deploying for 12 years, my daughter was 18 months old when I left the first time, and she didn't understand where I was going, but now she's a teenager. She's about to learn how to start driving.
Wow.
And she still gets teary-eyed when daddy has to leave. So, yeah, I'm done. I think I'm done. I really would like to spend more time with my wife and kids and trade full time, give back to the RLT community however I can. It really is a family, and that's pretty much the goal, is to do it full time.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. So what you just described to me, and again, I got goosebumps, man. That's financial freedom, right? That's being financially free. It's about the money, right? Retirement doesn't take time. What it takes is the money, right? You got to have the money. So what you're talking about, what I just heard you say was to have the money, but the time to spend with your family and to do whatever you want to do and not have to worry about having a job, right? Do you think that is achievable through RLT and trading stocks and options? Be honest.
Most definitely. Like I said, my first mentor, Tony, said that he spends more time on the golf course now than he does doing anything else.
Yeah, he does.
When he told me that, it's just like a light bulb went on. I said, and I remember sitting there talking to my wife. I said, there's no reason why I can't do this.
Yeah, awesome. Great stuff, man. So one more question for you. You know that I'm going to lead up the military program for real life trading, right? You know that my expertise really is taking those brand new traders, those traders that are just starting, and those traders that are struggling a little bit. That's where I love to focus my attention on. And that's what my expertise is. And I want to give back to all our brothers and sisters around the world, not just the US, but around the world, that are giving so much of their lives, to give back to their countries. So we've put together this mentorship program. It's going to be a military focused program. I know you're familiar with it. What are your thoughts?
I think it's awesome. I mean, so many. Classic example, I'm standing in line at the DFAC maybe 2 months ago, waiting to go in and get some chow, and I hear all these young soldiers talking about, hey, my Robinhood is down $200 right now. Or did you read on Reddit that this stock's gonna go through the roof? And it was frustrating because I wanted to just tell them, hey, there's a better way for you to protect yourself and become financially free.
Yeah.
And if I would have had the military mentorship program when I started, and granted, I'm new, I've been about 6 months now, totally would have jumped on board, just because it's like-minded individuals teaching me something I want to learn anyway.
Right.
So
what about the focus of the program? Because, you know, what I hear and how I develop the program is to help people from that point A, even if they have no idea what the stock market is about, right? To take those people from point A and get them to a point where they're able to trade profitably. If you had that, would that have been a good thing? That focused, hand-holding type of approach to learning how to trade?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, hindsight's always 2020, but yeah, I wish I would have had someone to take me from, I mean, I went from point A to point B, but there was a lot of squiggles in between. Like, I didn't know where, in fact, I'm still working on a plan, just having a legit trading plan, which I think's the most valuable part of your program, honestly, is that you could take them from nothing to profitable traders, but then also have a plan for the future, not just leave them hanging at the end with, now what do I do?
Right. So awesome, man. Well, Leland, thank you so much for spending some time with me. I really appreciate it. Any last minute thoughts, anything that you wanted to express?
Just, you get out what you put in. So just put in the work, put in the time, get a good mentorship program. RLT's where it's at. Awesome.
Thank you so much. So for those of you who are watching this, if you have any questions, you want to contact me, please do. You can reach me at Jonny at reallifetrading.com. That's JONNY at reallifetrading.com. Go check out Real Life Trading website, and you can get there by just going reallifetrading.com. Go check out who we are and what we represent. I'd love to help you, man. You know, that's what I'm here for. That's what my future is going to be focused in on, is helping people go from that point A to point B and giving my time back, because I'm a veteran too. I served in the Marine Corps for 23 years. So that's what I want to do with my time right now, is just to help as many people as I can move towards that financial freedom. So hope to hear from you guys soon. Until then, talk to you guys later. Have a great day.